next song I'd like to do for you is it's a little tune though. It's I had a little playing with the words, cliches. You know, this song. The red man plays the blues. Close to the old stove. The sky's a wintry gray tone, like something out of an Alan Sachs painting. Well, he's been called the red man, but today he's feeling blue. So is he really red, or is he really blue? He feels like Robert Johnson at the crossroads, dancing in the ditch with the devil. Plays the blues. First time that woman left was with some guy named Silas, like a shivering ghost playing his guitar. He holds it close to feel each note. A lonesome wail comes from his throat as he stares at the velvet painting of Jesus. He's been called a red man, but today he's feeling blue. So is he really red, or is he really blue? He feels like Robert Johnson at the crossroads, yeah, dancing in the ditch with the devil. And the red man plays the blues. Now the red man is going to play a little bit of blues here now.
to learn how to machine quilt. So this little 9 patch was very, very simple to do. I whipped it up really quickly, and this was my first attempt at machine quilting, and I decided I didn't like it. I'm a handwork girl. So I learned something from doing this, that I really love hand quilting. I don't always have time for it, but that's what I love to do. This is the second piece that I made for my husband. Now, this was a gift that he bought for me. It was a kit. All of the fabric and the patterns were in the kit. So of course I had to make it for him, to thank him for doing that. So, and it's bed size, and I'm a really thrifty cutter. So when I had all the bits and pieces cut out, I actually was able to design the border from all of my leftovers. So the quilt turned out quite a bit bigger than it was supposed to be. And on this particular piece, I started off hand quilting. A lot of my favorite areas are hand quilted, and then some of the other areas I jumped in and I did some machine quilting just to make it go a little bit quicker. So it was a big one. It was a big one to work on. This was a top that I did 2004. There was a shop in Alberta, where I'm from, that was offering a Saturday quilt. Now, I don't know if anyone out here has ever done anything like that. What they did was they charged $10 to join the club, and everyone had to meet on the first Saturday of the month at the shop, and you would get a little package to make the first block. That was what you're being charged the $10 for. So you'd go home and you'd make the block, and you'd come back the next month on the first Saturday, and if you had it finished, you got the next block for free. Bonus. So I loved doing that. It was a really awesome way for me to learn new techniques and to try different kinds of blocks that I probably never would have tried. Now, the only thing that I found was that you didn't have a choice of the fabric. So for me, I love working with color, and I love working in my own color palette. For me, I found that a challenge. And there were no instructions at the end. When you had 12 blocks, there were no instructions on how to put it together. You had to kind of either just sew them each to each other to make a quilt, or you could put sashing in between to make a quilt. Well, I ended up getting out my graph paper, and I designed a different setting for these blocks, and then the 4 blocks that were hand appliqued, I put in the corners. So, needless to say, this wasn't on my priority list to get it quilted or anything. It's just sat since 2004.
Juniors 1, 2 more, seniors 3. Sorry, Rob.
Let's go.
I'll let you speak first.
Go, bud.